Hello everyone, this is Chase Versal. Today we're going to be talking about Howlet and his potential to be a mage matcher for you. Let's get into that. So this is kind of the setup that we need to talk about, and basically how do you set him up to do this kind of damage that basically destroys mages. And he already is really good right off the bat. If you use his wind enhancing rune and sharp mind, you can have spirit penetration plus 60 just right off the bat. So that's how good he is already when dealing with mages with high spirit like Rain and Freya and others. Then we're also going to add Bahamut, which is the best in slot. I did take a look at level 99 Typhon, who would potentially be the next best one for him, but Typhon adds more slash attack rather than adding more magic attack, which is what Bahamut has. So that is best in slot for him. He also gets, but we are going to use the Typhon VC. I did check this, and Typhon VC is actually better than any other card that you can get for him. It adds magic attack, should we be saying plus 25, not 35, and magic attack plus 30% for wind units, so that's really good. We're also going to be using the Soul Thamasa along with the Silver Rimmed Spectacles, because that gives you magic resistance penetration plus 10 and spirit penetration plus 20. So now he's up to 80, and he now has magic resistance penetration. And then finally with Garvel's TMR, the Peacetime Brooch, I believe it's called, he now gets plus 50 for 3 turns and magic plus 40%. Like, that is nuts. So he is going to be deadly. You know, that's 80% spirit penetration. Okay, so for every 5 spirit, only the unit gets 1 spirit out of it that he attacks. And then he also gets magic resistance penetration plus 60, which is basically more than half what the unit can have. So if the unit is like a Freya who has 100% magic resistance, she only has 40% against him. So that is just ridiculous. So we're going to take a look at some of the units that he would commonly fight, especially in today's meta. It might be changing now that we get more coming in the next few days. But, we're going to take a look at Rain with his relatively new vision card. And then we're also going to be looking at kind of like, well, what happens when he fights against a normal, not really high spirit or magic resisting unit such as King Mont. And we'll see how much damage he can do. And then we have a little special guest here with Freya, which you really shouldn't be competing against Freya with Howlet. But in case it happens, just like, let's see how he does. And so we can see here, when you do Fury Surge plus Jamming Thrust, that's kind of his bread and butter attack. That'll be his first move, and then go into the second attack. We see that versus Rain, he's actually doing pretty good. He does 4,700 damage. And then with the barrier, which is a 30% decrease just straight off the bat, he will do about 3,300. So that's, if we look back again, he has about 7,800 HP. You're getting close to half with the barrier and more than half without it. So depending on how that person has structured their Rain, that's what's going to be happening. But if we add Mont, we can see just how crazy just this level 99 unit can damage. And because the rims are high in accuracy, you don't have to run into the issue where these level 120 units just can naturally dodge sometimes. He's gonna hit them. And that is really, really, really good damage. That is over half of the HP that Mont can get. And my Mont right here is running at 10,000. So this is just to give you an example of how close the damage simulator is. When I use World of Calc compared to what it is in real life, because there are going to be differences with elemental masteries, with the master abilities, and guild statues, and it's actually in your favor to basically fight against King Mon, because, like I said before, spirit penetration is for every 5 that they get, you only gain 1 really out of it. And so all these elemental mastery abilities, all these MA abilities, master abilities, they do add spirit, but not enough compared to how much he can actually penetrate the opponent. And so that is nuts. So this is really useful, especially in like if you go to Orange's tournaments. You should definitely be trying to fit in a Howlet against your mages. But then there's Frivia. So Frivia is a little bit of an issue. And the issue is that she basically has 95% magic resist once you add the Fenrir VC along with her. So she already has like native 75 with just these two, with the vision card and the Esper. Like that is nuts. Like you should be avoiding this character as much as you can when fighting. But let's say, you know, what does happen when Howlet does attack Frivia, he's not doing terrible. He gets to about 3,000 normally, and then with her 50% barrier, that's going to get you down to 1,500 because unfortunately Howlet cannot break barriers with his jamming thrust. It's not bad, but yeah, you do not want to fight against a Frivia. This is very bad. And to make matters worse, but maybe there's some good news, like a little caveat to add into this, is that she can stack her spirit up 3 times with her Spell Veil Blade ability, her level 25 skill, I believe it is, and it actually does decrease the damage a little bit. But if we take a comparison, he does about 400 less damage. That's not that bad. This just shows you that even though she's gaining like 60 spirit with this ability, it doesn't matter because he has so much spirit penetration. So what could we hope for if we get a future Howlet EX? I mean, I'm sure we're going to get it, but it might take a while. I think if there was an upgrade to his spirit penetration from 40 to 60, that would now make him a 100 penetrating character. I think that's really good. I don't think that is his best in slot though for his passive. I'm kind of hoping that we get magic penetration, because if he now has magic resistance penetration, we can now play around with the values a little bit, where, you know, maybe we get a little bit more magic attack on him or something, rather than having to put on him the Peacetime Brooch, which is a Garvel's TMR. You know, maybe there's a better one out there in the future. But I don't know yet. We haven't done those calculations. You know, that's a lot of pretending what ifs. But I think that would be the best in slot for him. And then actually having a magic sword giving him spirit penetration would be better than the Silver Rim Spectacles in terms of damage, because right now the only way he's getting magic up is basically from his Soul of Thamasa, which isn't very good. The Soul of Thamasa is good, but the spirit penetration is only from the glasses, which is not very good. There's no magic up on it. It's just great for accuracy, which makes it good for 99 units, not good for 120 units. 120 units don't need as much accuracy as 99 units do, and so I kind of think that perhaps spirit penetration on a sword, kind of like how we have defensive penetration with other items, including the Spinal Blade, I think that would be great for him over magic penetration. And so I think that would make him, you know, an awesome Mage Master. And I really hope for that to happen for Howlet. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope this kind of helps, and I hope this helps you realize that you really should invest into this character. This character is going to be super useful in the future. And I'm really hoping that if Gumi is listening, put those upgrades in. That's what I think he needs to be an even better unit. Alright, thanks again. This is Chase for us all. Bye-bye.